Long ago, in a village between two hills, there lived an old woman named Lakshmi. She was very old. Her hair was white like cotton. Her back was bent. Her hands shook when she worked. Lakshmi lived alone in a small mud house. Her husband died many years ago. Her children lived in faraway cities. They never visited. She had no one. But Lakshmi had one joy, one happiness. She made clay lamps, beautiful clay lamps. Every day, she sat under the big banyan tree. She took wet clay in her old hands. She shaped it slowly. She made round lamps with small holders for oil. The villagers loved her lamps. During festivals, everyone bought lamps from Lakshmi. During weddings, people came to her. "Lakshmi, grandmother, we need 50 lamps," they would say. Lakshmi would smile. Her wrinkled face would glow with happiness. "I will make them," she would say, each lamp with love. She was poor, but she was content. The money from the lamps bought her rice and lentils. The work gave her purpose. She felt needed. She felt alive. One year, a rich merchant came to the village. His name was Seth Ramdas. He built a big shop in the village market. His shop sold everything: cloth, grain, spices, pots, and lamps. But his lamps were different. They came from the city. They were made in big factories. They were cheap. Very cheap. Cheaper than Lakshmi's handmade lamps. Slowly, people stopped coming to Lakshmi. "Why buy from the old woman?" they said. "Seth Ramdas sells lamps for half the price." Lakshmi sat under the banyan tree. She made her lamps with the same love, with the same care. But no one came. Days passed. Weeks passed. No one bought her lamps. Her savings finished. She had no money for rice. No money for oil. She became weak. Her stomach hurt from hunger. But her heart hurt more. One evening, she sat alone. Tears rolled down her wrinkled cheeks. She looked up at the sky. "God," she whispered, "why? I worked honestly my whole life. I never stole. I never lied. I made lamps with love. Why did you take away my only joy? Why did you make me useless?" No answer came, only silence. Only the wind in the trees. That night Lakshmi could not sleep. She felt tired. Very tired, not just in her body, in her soul. The next morning, she heard noise outside. Shouting, running, panic. She came out of her house. The whole village was in chaos. People were running toward the river. "Fire! Fire in Seth Ramdas's shop!" Someone screamed. Lakshmi's old legs moved slowly. By the time she reached the market, the fire was huge. Flames reached the sky. Black smoke covered the sun. Seth Ramdas stood outside, crying. His whole shop was burning. All his goods. All his cheap lamps from the city. The villagers threw water. But the fire was too big. Everything burned to ashes. That night, the village became dark. Completely dark. No one had lamps. All their old lamps were broken or thrown away. Seth Ramdas's shop was destroyed. The festival of Diwali was coming in 3 days. The festival of lights. But the village had no lights. The village chief called a meeting. Everyone gathered in worry. "What will we do?" they asked. "Diwali is in 3 days. We have no lamps. The city is 2 days away by bullock cart. We cannot get lamps in time." Silence fell. Fear filled every face. Then, a young boy spoke. "What about Lakshmi, grandmother? She makes lamps." Everyone turned. They remembered. The old woman they forgot. The old woman they abandoned for cheaper lamps. The village chief went to Lakshmi's house. He knocked softly. "Lakshmi ma," he called. "We need you." Lakshmi opened the door. She looked at the chief's ashamed face. "Ma, we were wrong. We forgot you. But now we need you. Diwali is coming. We have no lamps. Can you help us?" Lakshmi said nothing for a moment. She looked at her old hands. Then she looked at the chief. "How many lamps do you need?" she asked quietly. "The whole village, ma. At least 200 lamps. 200 lamps in 3 days." Lakshmi's voice trembled. "I am old. I am alone. I am weak." The chief bowed his head. "We know, ma. We will help. Tell us what to do." Lakshmi's eyes filled with tears, but this time they were different tears. Not tears of pain, tears of purpose. "Bring me clay," she said. "Bring me water. And bring me workers who will listen." For 3 days Lakshmi worked. But she was not alone. Young girls sat beside her. Old men brought clay. Children carried water. The whole village gathered under the banyan tree. Lakshmi taught them. "Hold the clay gently," she said. "Shape it with love. Each lamp is a prayer." Her old hands moved. Slowly but surely. Young hands followed. Clumsy at first. Then better. Then beautiful. People talked while working. They laughed. They sang old songs. The village felt united, connected, alive. On the third day, 200 lamps stood ready. Simple. Beautiful. Made with love. That Diwali night, every house glowed with Lakshmi's lamps. The whole village shined like a golden dream. People looked at their homes and felt something they forgot. Warmth. Community. Gratitude. The village chief came to Lakshmi. He touched her feet in respect. "Ma, forgive us. We chased cheap things and lost precious things." "You." Lakshmi helped him stand. She smiled. "You did not lose me. God's plan brought you back to me. When my lamp stopped selling, I thought God was punishing me. I thought He made me useless. But now I see the truth. If my lamps kept selling, you would never value them. You would never value me. The city lamps had to come. The fire had to happen. You had to feel darkness. Only then could you understand light. God did not take away my purpose. He was preparing a bigger purpose. Not just to make lamps, but to teach. To bring the village together. To remind everyone what truly matters." The chief cried. The villagers who were listening cried. They understood. From that day, no one bought city lamps. Lakshmi taught the village girls her art. Her craft lived on. And Lakshmi, she never felt alone again. She lived many more years. Every Diwali, the village celebrated not just lights, but the woman who taught them that darkness comes before the brightest dawn. So my friends, when God takes something away from you, do not lose faith. When doors close, when people leave, when money finishes, when health breaks, do not think God forgot you. Remember Lakshmi. Remember her tears under the banyan tree. Remember how her greatest pain became her greatest purpose. What looks like an ending is often a new beginning. What looks like loss is often preparation for gain. What looks like God's cruelty is often God's greatest mercy.